The way God and the way religion and the way spirituality was introduced to many of us. What was that narrative? What was that story? Was it that of love, joy, connectedness? Was it that of freedom, choice? Or was it introduced to us as the wrath and the punishment and the hellfire? Because that narrative makes an absolute difference as to how we see what we see today, how we believe what we believe today. The child seemed very compliant at one stage while they were under our wings, and while we took them to our centers, they came. They did what we told them to do because they had no choice. They had no voice. But as soon as they had any form of autonomy, they rejected the entire narrative. And we need to ask ourselves the questions as to why that might be. And individual stories might be very, very different, but the overarching thing, you might see that there is a lot of correlation in that. It's hard for parents from, when they're in a place of longing and desperation, because it's natural for kids to go through certain phases and for them to seek certain friends and for them to find their own identities and go to other adults to find whatever they are, like teachers and inspectors and, guidance that they get from other people. But if we don't have open door policy in our homes, and if we are filled with criticism and nagging and always lecturing, and when we get the message that you're poking your nose in our business and, when we're trying to guide them, it's a very, very difficult place for parents to be. But again, the question is, how did we get to that place in the first place? This is all down to what kind of a relationship we have with our children. What kind of a bond have we built with our children? This building bond starts from a very, very early age, from the very first word they speak, and even way, way before that as well. When you listen to every tiny little thing that they have to share, then they will be comfortable in sharing the big things that they are even scared of sharing, because they know that there is open door policy for me. And most parents ask these questions when the water is way above their head already, right? And now it's a matter of cure and not prevention.